front? Well, I see him. That's how you wash a combine in a hurry. Screw those pressure washers. Hit it with volume. The only way to go. Fill up your fertilizer tank with water and let her rip. I'm getting wet and I'm not even near the damn thing. That's how you give a Sasquatch a bath. Hey! Other side. The other side. So back by popular demand, we're gonna go pick corn. Right, Will? So me and William are gonna go pick corn. It is a dark and dreary day. We should be mowing hay, but we can't mow hay because it's a dark and dreary day. But we can pick corn. I have a lot of, let me move that to a position where you can see me. We got a lot of corn to do. We did wash the combine off, as you can see. Volume over pressure is like 100% better than pressure washers. Pressure washers kind of suck, if you know what I mean. They just don't have the gusta to take the dirt, the volumes of dirt that are on one of these things off. And we use that system or that method on the big balers when we're going to do a deep clean on them before we put them away for the winter, or before we go ahead and do work on them in the shop, which I'm actually going to be deep cleaning one of the, well, we're going to use that system to clean the walking floor trailer, because I'm going to start hauling corn in that trailer. I have to get it all out to the market that I have, which is 120 miles, 100, well, it isn't even 100 miles, about 75 miles away. That's where I have to go. I could go even farther. There's one that's almost 150 miles. It's like 140 mile by way of road. But I decided that this market that's 75 miles away, or 75 miles away, is a lot more profitable by about 15 cents a bushel. I'm not going to disclose where it is, but it is there, and I am going to take advantage of it, because they have to purchase it from the guys that I would normally sell from, because farmers just don't deal with them that often. And yeah, so my bin is about 2/3 full, and I've got a lot more to do. It'll probably be full by, well, if everything goes the way it's going to go, it'll be full very rapidly, like in the next day or so, if everything goes the way I want it to. I'm picking up the pace with the speed that I'm going, because the corn has dried down a little bit more than normal than it was the other day. We're looking at 16-18%, but the stalks are a lot drier. So we did have showers of rain yesterday, but that's okay. I don't mind them so much. I don't mind them so much at all. Little rain showers here and there don't bother me at all. What bugs me more than anything is when you're trying to combine corn in a snowstorm. And that's what we're going to avoid. Because, I mean, let's face it, I've only got maybe 200 and a little over 200 acres to do yet. But, yeah, which is a lot. It's a lot for a 20-some-odd-year-old combine. This is 1992, so it's almost 30 years old. 29 years old. This thing's old. I know there's a lot of people out there that wouldn't even consider running one of these things. But I do, because it's paid for, and I can still get parts, and I'm still going to get parts. If I do get another combine, it'll be a TR99. I did see a nice TR87 or TR97, which is basically the same combine with a little more horsepower and a few different updates. You know, all the little stupid things that went wrong with this particular one is updated in the next one, the next model. So we'll be good. We'll be good. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up and get my nose to the grindstone. That plan got shot all to pieces. Got out there, picked one wagon full, and broke a belt. Broke a brand new belt, a $250 belt for that matter. Grr. So me and William are on our way to Messick's to go get a belt. That's correct, Messick's. That's where I got the last one. I ordered from Shoop's, and for some reason, that one particular belt did not show up. Grr, again. But whatever, I got 2 of them ordered. What is that, pipeline? It's weird. Oh, the pipeline's dead, by the way. So it's kind of late at night. We're at a kind of a standstill with picking corn, or shelling corn, combining corn. We always called it picking. That's just what we call it here in New Jersey, is picking corn, shelling corn, whatever. We pick it. Down in North Carolina, they pick everything. But here we pick corn and we cut beans and we cut wheat. Today, you're not going to be able to see too much, but I broke this belt yesterday, right? This guy right here. This is the header drive belt, and it's the second one I've broken last week, believe it or not. And I'm not sure whether I've made a video of this or not, because I'm kind of tired and the days are running into one another. But there was a break right here, and I vaguely remember there being a tab of steel that came up and went over the top of that or something like that. So what I did, and this is a Krone band, pickup band. I got one there and one back there. They were both busted out. So I put that in there and we did the adjustments to it. I had this completely off of there. Put the new belts on. We ran it today. Seems to run good. So I did that for the most part. And for all you window lickers, I mean window cleaner guys that want me to do clean windows, I cleaned my windows. I don't know if you can see in there, but I cleaned the windows. Not the greatest job in the world, but I did it. And then it's just supposed to have sunshine this afternoon for about 4 hours, but it never happened. So I decided that I would start putting Richard's truck back together. And yeah, so we're on that journey right now. That journey is going quite well. Put the new piston in, torqued the bearing, the rod and the bearings. Just got done torquing that head down. And tomorrow I'm going to put the rocker arms on there, get them torqued and set. They should be fine. I doubt that there's even, I can't adjust them. They're not adjustable. So I'll put them exactly the way they were. And I'm going to get some gum cutter and I'm going to flush this system. I'm going to flush this down, just for the simple reason I can. I'm just going to flush all the crap down. There's bees wings and crap like that, but I do have to reseal that manifold. And unfortunately, I'm going to tattle on myself here when I get the chance to pick it up, because I know I just had the doggone thing. But I snapped off the oil pressure sending unit. Where the heck is that thing? I hope I didn't lose it. But anyway, the oil pressure sending unit, which I had laying there. Oh, no, that ain't it. Well, whatever. It's around here someplace. It goes on the back side of the engine, and where the EGR tube goes to the intake manifold, that is a 7/8 inch nut that goes on the back of that thing, flange nut. And it was, God, it's going to bug me now why I can't find that thing, because I did just have it just a little bit ago. Don't you hate it when you put something down and you're like, oh yeah, it's right here, and then, oh, there it is, just right there. So that's what I did. I snapped off the oil pressure sending unit. Pain in the ass. So it's no big deal. I can get that at Napa, Eichland, or whatever, and put that in. But I will be doing that probably tomorrow or so. I got a bunch of rags on the inside here because there's just stuff that needs to be protected, and we'll be doing that. So yeah, I'm going to flush that all down with some gum cutter. I call it cum gutter, but that's a terrible thing to say on YouTube, so it's gum cutter for now on. We'll be putting cum gutter in there, or gum cutter, cleaning that up, getting the bees wings, flush that down, and then I'll be spraying it up inside there, get any of the residual dirt and stuff, and then I'm going to re-gasket all of the upper end of this thing and start putting it all back together again, because it needs to be put back together again. I got new manifold gaskets and intake manifold, exhaust manifold, and I've got new exhaust manifold bolts in that bag up there. And yeah, then when we get that all together, which I could probably do in a few hours of work, because I work pretty quickly, I have to I have to drop the pan on the the transmission because I got water in that, and dump the water out of that transmission. It's all just a tiny little bit. It was a little bit milky. It wasn't terrible, but that has to be done. And I'm sending some videos to Richard or RP, as y'all know him as, but I'm sending video and pictures to him so he can put them on his channel and track the progress there. I'm not going to be featuring this thing every day that I post a video. I'm just going to get it done and work on it. I'm only doing the left bank on this thing. There's no sense in tearing the other side down just to, because there's nothing wrong. This motor is, we're talking a 1993 truck, and we're going to do this for under $1,000. As a matter of fact, the majority of the money that went into this truck is the towing at $500. That's what it costs to tow this thing. So for $500, and I don't have $500 worth of parts in there. Matter of fact, the pistons, I had to buy pistons, and they were supposed to be OEM, same as OEM. They look a little different, but they fit in there just fine. So I put that in there. New rod, a rebuilt connecting rod, that was $30. The pistons were expensive. They were $131 for all 8. I only needed 1, so I'll probably just send those along with Richard when he comes. The gasket kits were like $50 for one gasket kit and $28 for another gasket kit. The probably more expensive thing is going to be the oil change, and it's there. We got 10W30 motor oil, and we're going to be putting in new transmission fluid as well. Everything else, she's going to fire up and run like a raped ape is what's going to happen. So y'all can stay tuned for that if you want. If not, just follow Richard's channel, RP, on YouTube, and listen to banjo music. I hope he's got his banjo going again. And yeah, listen to the banjo music and watch some video. So there you go. Lights out.